All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We are with Dirt Anarchy yet again. Sunday, ready to roll. We get the super lates on right now. They're out here hitting practice on the track. We're at Eldora tonight, so everybody's super excited out here, ready to go. We are gonna throw up a quick little commercial for you guys. There's a lot of the sponsors on there. Check it out. If you guys are out here watching, let me know how you found the channel. Comment down below. I'll talk to you in the chat, and we'll get this show on the road. So here we go.
With this commercial break. NRI machining. The difficult we do right away, and the impossible will take a little longer. Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy is an independent retail pharmacy offering prescriptions, a full line of over-the-counter medication products, and gifts for family and friends. The pharmacy offers in-store pickup, drive-through pickup, and delivery. Contact us by phone at 740-259-0041 or visit our Facebook page.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are here and you are with us now, thank you so much for coming out, supporting the guys and supporting me. You guys are out there qualifying right now. We are ready to roll and get this underway. We'll go ahead and bring up the entire page here. We're going to take a quick look at the sponsor page. I know you guys just watched the entire video, but we're going to look at it one more time. If you are here checking out the stream or watching this at a later date, thank you so much for coming out. Definitely appreciate it. All the guys do appreciate it as well. So big thanks to all the drivers and the fans out there. Absolutely fantastic to have everybody out here on the track. So we are going to hop back over to the live screen. These guys are out here qualifying right now. Looks a little buggy on my side for some reason. Not sure why, but it might look all right on the stream. We're going to find out. I'll take a look at it real quick. It is just a little bit buggy, but we will try to figure that out. Out on the track right now, Matthew Croak out there turning some laps. We got the drivers qualifying. Travis Gardner with the quick time, 14.827. 14.827, Travis Gardner, your quick time. David Garman coming in second place with a 14.843, just right behind him. Colton Zimmer, 14.889. Sage Luther, 14.925. And Nasworthy with a 14.964. Travis Gardner with a quick time. See if he can hold on to that the whole time he's out there on the track. We are going to take some of this info off of here. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know I've got the overlay all messed up over here. We'll take that to empty, that way everybody can see it. All right. So, guys are still qualifying. Got about 2.5 minutes left. As long as everybody gets qualified and ready to go, then they'll go ahead and advance it. Travis Gardner so far with your quick time. He's going to be the man to beat here tonight. I was just talking to Travis before the race. Travis said, well, Eldora's my kryptonite. I'm not very good there, but obviously looking at it now, Travis Gardner just qualified pole. So we're going to find out what he's got here tonight. If you guys are watching the screen, you can check out the sponsors down on the bottom left of the page. We're just watching the drivers go out and spin some laps right now. David Garman's out there making some turns. Travis I think Matthew Croak was still out there making some turns. So, yep, we are ready to go. Looks like David Garman got him a new wrap too. Yeah, it looks like he did. Pretty good looking car he's got there. So, Tony Martin just joined in. What's up, Tony? Tony's going to be out there on the track today. We'll see where Tony Martin qualified. A little towards the back with a 14.991. Got a little bit of work to do as he's moving up to the field through the race format tonight. But we'll see if Tony Martin can pull one out. Just had a win. Tony Martin did last night in the UMPs. Pulled another win out. Put a post on Facebook. Got on there and commented on it. Big shout out to Tony Martin. He's been doing great. I think that was two wins on the season, and they both came within 7 days of each other. So absolute fantastic performance out of Tony Martin. Great to see. So we'll take a look at the sponsor page one more time, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are just starting to wrap up qualifying. So take a look at it. Dirt Anarchy, those are the ones who are driving. You see them out there on, you'll see them out here on the track here in a second. Anarchy Custom Wraps and Designs, 06 Racing Productions, Buckwheats Customs, 4M Customs, Adrenaline Spike Designs, and NRI Machining. Those are their sponsors for Dirt Anarchy. Brandon Storms did a great job of pulling together all the sponsors for the league this year. Absolute fantastic job. A lot of the sponsors you see up here have been with them for a while, but Brandon's done a great job of going out and finding new people and really getting them out here supporting the guys. My sponsors do include Blueprint Event Rentals and Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy. So big shout out to my two sponsors. Again, we wouldn't be able to do any of the things that we're doing if it wasn't for the sponsors coming out and helping out the league. So I'm just making some adjustments here real quick. See if we can get everything dialed in. Hopefully it is. Go back to the live screen. We are about to go underway with heat race number 1. Out on the track, your quick time. For some reason, I can't switch to anybody else. Don't know why. Oh, we're stuck on the scenic. That's why. There we go. We'll get the TV one. Here we go now. All right. So, Travis Gardner starting on pole in the 37 car. He's going to be the man to beat tonight. Colton Zimmer, a seasoned driver in the 09 car, starting outside pole. Watch out for him. He's one of the fastest guys I've seen on a dirt track on the Iracing platform, and he is going to try to come out here and make a name for himself tonight. Colton Zimmer is a great racer. Starting in third, number 19, Trevor Schroeder. Starting in fourth place, number 133, Matthew Helm. Starting in fifth, been winning some races lately in the number 22 of Tony Martin. And starting in sixth place in the 883, Bud Molyneux. Ladies and gentlemen, the drivers are out on track. You see Travis Gardner right there, the driver info up on the screen. He's going to be leading the charge around for heat race number 1, and we're going to get this underway. This will be a 10-lap event. Super excited for Dirt Anarchy to come out here and drive. Super excited. So, before the race starts, I want to talk a little bit about my go-karting. So, I told everybody last week everything was going to be figured out. Everything was going to be fine. I'm going to go to the track. I'm going to do great. Well, we got out there and the fuel pump went out in heat race number 1. So, didn't get a race too much, but a lot of the other guys that were out there on the track did get a race. So, I got a lot of footage and put out a pretty good video of all the guys driving. So, great to have them out there. It looks like Zimmer did not hit the line. Zimmer missed the start. So, that is going to bump Helm up. Oh boy, oh boy. Little complication for some reason. Zimmer missed the start, so Helm's here. New rundowns: Travis, Helm, I believe Schroeder, then Molyneux and Martin. So, ladies and gentlemen, the cars are out. Dirt Anarchy is ready to roll. They are making their way around the raceway as we speak. Pace truck's taking them around. They're going to pass the flag stand one more time. Going to go 1 to green. Next time by, Pace truck's going to dip off in the infield, and this race is going to be underway. Travis Gardner, the man to beat tonight, in the 37, sitting out front. See if he can get himself a comfortable lead for heat race number 1. Make him a good little debut here for the future. Here we go. Pace truck's off. Green flag is out. Travis Gardner with a great jump off the line. Travis Gardner immediately going down to the low side in the lead spot. Schroeder slider line coming up in front of Helm. Travis Gardner with a good lead on the pace. Schroeder in second, Helm in third, Martin in fourth. Molyneux going to round out the top 5. Travis Gardner about 3/10 faster than everybody else. We'll see if Travis will be able to hold on to the lead here. Number 19 is Schroeder working that middle line. Travis floating up a little high on the racetrack. Trying to figure out a different line to try to catch up with the 37 of Travis Gardner. Great racing so far this season out of Dirt Anarchy. We have some awesome races come up. Had an absolute fantastic time broadcasting for these guys, and I really do enjoy it. I hope you guys out there enjoy it too. So, had an absolute fantastic job coming out here with all these guys. Travis Gardner still out front. Got a comfortable lead, 6/10 of a gap. I'll give you the lap time this time by. 14.863 for Gardner, 14.891 for Schroeder. Gardner's still sitting comfortable with a good lead. 7 laps into a 10-lap heat number 1. All the cars staying nice and straight around the turns. A little bit spread out, but it's early on. Track's still tacky. Everybody's got a lot of grip. That's when this track slicks off later on. It's gonna get a little bit more racy. Tony Martin trying to make a move on Helm. He's on the inside of Helm in turn number 1 and 2. Tony Martin down to the bottom side, inside the number 9 of Matthew Helm. Helm up into the wall, hard contact. Looks like that's going to take Helm out, maybe. Think he got a right front flat. We'll jump back up to the front. White flag is out. Schroeder's caught up with Gardner. Gardner down on the low side. Schroeder with the run. Can't get around him. Great race out of Travis Gardner, finishing in the P1 spot. Looked like he slowed up a little bit there later on. Schroeder started really turning the jets on, caught up to Travis. We'll see what happens in the A main tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, that was heat race number 1. I'm about to roll over into the next one. We'll just wait for it to start. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, heat race number 2. Starting out front, 06 Racing Productions. Great guy, does a lot of stuff for the league. Starting in the 06, David Garman with your pole spot. Starting outside pole, second place, number 026, Sage Luther. Starting in third place in the 071, Matthew Nasworthy. Starting in fourth place in the number 11, Bryson McKelvey. And rounding out the end of the field, the number 27, Matthew Croak. This is heat race number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Drivers are out there staged up, ready to go. Pace truck's going to pull out, get this thing underway. Driver you see up there on the screen, David Garman Jr., he is ready to get this underway. He's going to lead the charge around the track. When the green flag drops, everybody's going to try to catch him. David Garman, one of the faster drivers in the league, one of the better drivers in the league. It's always great to come out and watch David Garman run around the track. Does an excellent job with 06 Racing Productions. There's a lot of graphic design, stuff like that, animated logos or videos or all kinds of things that you can use for streaming purposes or for whatever you need. David Garman is the guy to go to with 06 Racing Productions. We are on 3 different platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Got some TikTok videos posted here and there. If you guys do need to get a hold of me, you can message me on Facebook, Dirt Static Esports. Here we go. Round turn 3 and 4. Pace truck dipping off in the infield. And green flag is out. David Garman takes off. David Garman immediately on the low side. Sage Luther up top. David Garman sliding up into the high side, though. Out there with the lead. Nasworthy working on the bottom side inside of the 026 Sage Luther. David Garman still with the lead. All kinds of different lines going on right here. It's 79 of Nasworthy trying to work that bottom side. He's inside of Bryson McKelvey now. The race is for third. Got one up into the wall. Croak up into the wall. Not sure if he's got a flat. I think he got back on it. Hopefully nothing broke in that car. I'll be able to complete his heat race. David Garman out front, Luther in second, McKelvey in third, Nasworthy in fourth, and Croak entered pit lane after hitting the wall. David Garman still sitting out front with a comfortable lead. Sage Luther is trying to make him uncomfortable. 3/10 gap, 2/10 gap between the leader and second place. Sage Luther trying to work the low line, trying to work the high line, trying anything he can to catch up to David Garman. You guys are out there watching now, thanks for coming out. If you're watching now or at a later date, thank you so much for coming out, supporting the guys, supporting me, and supporting the channel. I see James Ray's jumped down, watching the video. What is up, James Ray? 7 laps into a 10-lap heat race number 2. David Garman still out front, extended his lead to 9/10 of a gap. Sage Luther in second place, and Bryson McKelvey's trying to push up. Bryson McKelvey sitting in third is caught up to second place car. Nasworthy riding behind him. It's been an excellent race so far. The race is about to be for second. All the transfer spots are locked in currently. Looks like Croak may have made his way back out onto the track. Nasworthy up into the wall. Nasworthy in the 79 up into the wall. A little bit of damage on that car. Not sure if he'll be able to stay out or not. White flag's out. David Garman all the way out front. The race right now is for second between Luther and McKelvey. McKelvey trying to get a run with the dive. Not sure if he's going to get the run off the end, though. Sage Luther's going to be in second place. Give you the rundown. Garman out front. He is your pole sitter for heat race number 2. Luther in second. McKelvey in third. And I believe Croak came in fourth, and Nasworthy was out. So, I do believe that's what happened. Well, Sage Luther just lost a tire after the race was over. I have to go put a new one on in the pits. Oh, boy. All right. I believe we are on to the B main. Got 3 cars in for the B main. Gonna wait for these guys to grid up. Excuse me, a little bit of a yawn. A little sleepy today. Guys are gridding up. We'll take a look at the sponsor page. Dirt Anarchy on the top left. Those are the ones you see out there racing. Anarchy Custom Wraps and Designs. 06 Racing Productions. These are all their sponsors. Buckwheats Customs, 4M Customs, Adrenaline Spike Designs, and NRI Machining. NRI Machining is Dirt Static Caution sponsor. So, all the ones that I just named, great sponsors for the league. A lot of them have been with the league for a little while, and they decided to sponsor this season. So, big shout out and big thanks to them. My sponsors do include Blueprint Event Rentals and Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy. Thank you to all the sponsors out there that support the league. Big shout out to you guys. If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be able to continue to do what we do. And if it wasn't for the fans, we wouldn't be able to continue what we do. So thank you for coming out, watching the guys. I know they all appreciate it, and I appreciate it. We appreciate it very much. But we're going to get back to the race. We are at the beautiful track of Eldora, and we are ready to roll. Got the grid up on the screen. Starting at first, 133, Matthew Helm. In second place, Matthew Nasworthy in the 071. And in third, Colton Zimmer in the 09, but Colton Zimmer did not make it. So, Helm going to take off. Green flag flies. And your B main is underway. Got some driver's info and some logos we got to hide out there. Matthew Helm out with the lead. We'll do a little spotlight on Matthew Helm, the number 9 car. Beautiful wrap on that car. Adrenaline Spike Designs. Chris Watkins, one of the guys who makes a lot of the wraps for the league. What a good-looking car that Matthew Helm has right there. Pretty good racer, Matthew Helm. Native of Ohio, I do believe. He's actually pretty close to Eldora, if I am correct. But Matthew's been a pretty good driver in Dirt Anarchy. He's made a lot of improvement in his driving since he has entered the league, and Matthew has become a contender up on Sunday nights. So excellent job to Matthew, going out there and working hard, getting the laps in, and figuring out how to drive these cars around the track as fast as they can. Matthew Nasworthy and the 79 in behind him. Excellent guy. Caution sponsor for the league, that's him. NRI Machining, that is the one that you see, the number 79 car, Matthew Nasworthy. Big thanks to him and I believe his father at NRI Machining for sponsoring the league and being our caution sponsor for this season. But Matthew Nasworthy is one of the best drivers I've been around. I know me and him went back and forth in a UMP race a while ago. Definitely had a lot of fun. I believe it was a port roll. I led quite a bit of the race, and then out of nowhere, Matthew Nasworthy comes blowing by me, and I just couldn't keep up with him. So, great job to him. Looks like he's about to go for a slider right here. The 79 of Nasworthy. Can't get it to stick. Helm's still going to be on the high side. It's a 15-lap B-main event. We are 8 laps in, ladies and gentlemen. These cars are out here breaking the track in. It's a B-main. They're racing for position. Nice little position race right here. Nasworthy tried everything he can to get around all Helm. I know that I know we keep talking about this, but the new update has made everything so weird for these drivers. They're having a hard time figuring out where to put the car, how to keep the car straight, how much throttle they need, if they're not on the throttle enough. There's a lot of things that have changed about iRacing and the platform whenever it comes to how the cars drive. I myself enjoy it. I feel like I drive a little bit better now. Maybe a little bit more of a realism. But some of the guys have definitely been having a hard time with it. Oh, Helm up into the wall. Nasworthy sitting in behind. Maybe try for another slider. He's going to send it this time, and he's going to get it. 79 up into the wall. They're both tapping it. We are 12 laps into the 15-lap B main. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there watching now or at a later date, I really would just like to say thanks for coming out and checking out the stream. Just let me know down in the comments whether you see it on YouTube or Facebook or wherever. Let me know how you found the channel. If you found it from a friend, I'd like to give them a big thanks for spreading the word about the channel. We do have a new series coming up. It's already started, but I'm kind of starting to post more content for it now. It's for the go-kart racing, but I've had an absolute fantastic job doing the go-kart racing. It's been so much fun. I can't believe how much fun it has been, so there's going to be a whole lot more content with that coming up. But white flag's out for the B main. And checkered goes to Matthew Helm. Nasworth is going to come in second. Speaking of go-karts, they are going to be out here for a warm-up. We're going to show you guys a trailer. This trailer I posted to YouTube earlier. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, you are going to be exclusive, and you are going to see it right now. So let's check it out, see how you like it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you saw it here. Well, not first, but you saw it here. We are opening up a new segment of Dirt Static Esports. We're taking out the esports and we're calling it racing. So Dirt Static Racing, I'm super excited about it. A little bit more real world application for what we got going on here. I think that it's going to be an absolute great time. It's going to be super fun. I'm glad that we are going to be getting it underway. I've got my own race cart. We're going to be out there racing. I know that I've posted a couple videos already, but if you guys haven't, go check it out. I'm super proud of the series. Ready to get it underway, and yeah, I've just had a great time so far out there racing them go-karts. So we're going to continue to do it. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. But let me know what you guys thought about the trailer. If you guys want to watch the official trailer, you can go check it out on YouTube. Dirt Static Esports is still the name for that channel. But all right, warm up is over with. We are about to get underway. So starting out on pole, the quick man throughout the entire night. He is the one to beat. He was quick in qualifying, quick in his heat race, and heat race number 1 come out as the victor. The number 37, Travis Gardner, starting outside pole. Second fastest guy on the track, the 06, David Garman, starting in 3rd place. The number 19, Trevor Schroeder, starting in 4th place. The number 026, Sage Luther, in 5th place. The number 22, Smoky Designs by Andy, Tony Martin, starting in 6th place. The number 11, Bryson McKelvey, starting in 7th place. The number 883, Bud Molyneux, in 8th place. The number 27, Matthew Croak. In 9th place, the number 133 is the number 9 on the track tonight. Starting in 9th place, Matthew Helm. And starting in 10th, it says 071 on the screen, but in the 79 car, Matthew Nasworthy. Ladies and gentlemen, special announcement. These guys are out here ready to roll, but what no one knows is that this is a 50-lap race event. So, not sure if they've seen it or noticed it yet, but they know now. These guys are going out for 50 laps around Eldora. You guys are in for a show. So, 10 cars on the track, I do believe. I think Nasworthy missed the start. Not sure. There was 10, now there's 9. I don't know if they're going to wait and pick him up or not. But we're about to get this underway. So, Travis Gardner, the man out front, the man to beat. Big responsibility here for all the drivers tonight. Tire wear. They're going to have to drive these cars easy, 50 laps on Eldora. It's a fast track. Tires get hot. Tires get worn out. They're going to have to figure it out tonight, though. We are about to get underway. All the cars are lined up, ready to go. The 50-lap event, A-Main at Eldora. Pace trucks in the infield, and green flag flies. Travis Gardner in the 37 takes off for this 50-lap A-Main. See the fires shooting on the front stretch, fireworks on the back stretch. They are ready to go. Eldora Speedway. Gardner with a good lead out front, 3/10 of a gap, got a great jump. Schroeder down on the low line inside of the 06 of David Garman. Sage Luther up on the high side, following him behind David Garman. Travis Gardner still the race leader. The number 19 is Schroeder trying to make it. Looks like they're going to try to push a 3 wide here. Sage Luther's going to get right up into the middle. David Garman with a little bit too much of a run. Bryson McKelvey putting his nose up into the mix. Tony Martin back in 6th place trying to find his way up through. David Garman working the outside line. Travis Gardner down on the inside. David Garman with a big run off the top. Almost a new race leader. Travis Gardner saw a peek of David Garman's car. He's going to go up, cut that high line off. Good defensive driving out of the 37 of Gardner. Going to run the cut down line from the slider from Garman. Going to try to get it. David Garman, new race leader on lap number 5. Travis Gardner trying to pull it together in the 37, still sitting in 2nd place. Stuck down on the low line. Looks like the high line's fast right now. David Garman, the race leader. Sage Luther trying to push his way up into 2nd place. Got the rundown. Garman, Luther, Gardner, McKelvey, and Schroeder. It's mixed all up. Travis Gardner drops back to 3rd. High line's in right now. Sage Luther trying to poke down on the inside of Garman. Trying to get the run, can't quite get there. A couple different race lines on the track right now, but the top side looks like it is going to be fast. Bryson McKelvey running the high side, hitting a 15.219. David Garman hitting a 15.3. McKelvey's faster, and here he comes. Down to the inside of 26 of Sage Luther. McKelvey trying to get it to stick. Not much sliders going on right now. Moving up into the top 5, Tony Martin. Schroeder was running great up front. Schroeder's dropped back to 6th place. Sage Luther going for the slider. Sticks the low line. Sage Luther still looking got a pretty good run out of that. It is a race for the lead. These guys better watch out though. 50 laps, them tires are going to be in crazy shape. Sage Luther got stuck down on the low line. Bryson McKelvey's going to try to move his way up into 2nd place. Travis Gardner still up in 4th. Tony Martin down on the inside of Travis Gardner in the 37. Tony Martin with the slider up on the 37. 6 it good, 6 it clean. Great driving out of the 22 of Tony Martin. Bryson McKelvey's pushed his way up into 2nd place. Sage Luther's back in 3rd. Garman's your race leader. David Garman doing an excellent job holding on to the high line, excuse me. Give you the rundown. Garman out front, McKelvey in 2nd, Luther in 3rd, Martin in 4th, and Gardner rounding out the top 5. David Garman's found the drive line early on. Was able to hold on to it for 15 laps into a 50-lap A-Main. If you guys are watching the screen, sponsors down on the bottom left are on a rotation. Take a look at those when you get a chance. Any of the sponsors you see on there are a big reason why Dirt Anarchy can continue to do the things that they do and why I can continue to do the things that I do. So, big thanks to all the sponsors. David Garman. Bryson McKelvey's coming up on Garman. He's trying to get past him for the lead. He's trying to work the high line in behind him. He's trying to get the run and try to get the slider off. David Garman isn't leaving him much room. Doing an excellent job of playing defense here on the high line. Bryson McKelvey can't get a run anywhere else other than there. Sage Luther had a little bit of contact with the wall there a couple laps ago. Not sure if that's going to make it any different as the rear end as he's coming around the high side of this track. If you get up over that cushion, it's going to suck you right up in. Car's staying pretty well in a straight line. Top of the track is where the line is. We're 19 laps in. 50 lap A main. Take a look at a couple different camera angles from here. You can see McKelvey starting to get a little bit of an upper hand on Garman. Garman's still trying to hold it together well. Sage Luther trying to put his nose up into the mix. Sage Luther down on the low line inside of McKelvey in the number 11. That low line is just not sticking, but Sage Luther's going to try to get it. He might be right. You never know. He might have read the track right. Looks like it isn't working too well for him. He's going to jump back up to the high line. Sage Luther up into the wall. That is the second time tonight. Not sure if that's going to affect the way his car's driving any. David Garman's still out front. We're focusing on the top 5. They are tight-knit and right together. Tony Martin and the 22 been doing an excellent job. Last couple of nights, been doing an absolute excellent job. Tony Martin out there in the number 22 machine. He got him a win in the UMP. He's got him a win in the 358s, I do believe. He's been having an absolute fantastic week. We'll see if he can carry that over into this race tonight here at Eldora. Travis Gardner throwing the slider line, trying to find something to stick, get his way up into 4th. Bryson McKelvey with the slider on the 06 of David Garman. We're on lap 24. Bryson McKelvey throws one. The 06 is trying to throw one back. Coming into turn 3 and 4, David Garman. Bryson McKelvey. McKelvey up into the wall. Garman make a little bit of contact. They're going to keep on racing. Oh, Garman on the bottom wall. Up into the wall hard. Oh, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to bring us to our first caution. Let's take a word from the caution sponsor.
Brought to you by NRI Machining, located in Macon, Georgia. The difficult we do right away, the impossible will take a little longer. Call 478-731-0496 for all your machining needs.
We'll show you the run of what happened here. We'll look at it from the far chase. We're going to back this camera out a little bit. Don't pay attention to anything I'm doing here. I just want to get a little bit better angle. So we'll look at it here. David Garman up on the high side. McKelvey does a great job of throwing a slider on David Garman. Does an absolute fantastic job. Good job by David Garman with the cut down line. David Garman going to throw one back. Doesn't quite throw the slider. McKelvey thinks he can hold it. McKelvey's up into the wall. Sage Luther having the check for David Garman. Garman down on the inside wall and up into the catch fence. A little bit of contact out of a couple cars there. David Garman, the one involved. But we're going to get the race back underway. We'll go back to the live screen. That's going to shake it up a little bit. Leader is going to run from the back. McKelvey is going to be the one up front, the man to beat. Green flag flies after the caution. McKelvey all the way out front. 26 is Sage Luther following closely in behind. Got a couple different guys up into the lead position now. We're up into the top 3 now. Croak trying to poke his way up through there. Schroeder worked his way back up through the pack after that caution. Tony Martin still in 4th, 5th place. Travis Gardner's going to drop back to 6th. Bryson McKelvey all the way out front. Going to try to hold on to it and see how long he can have it. Croak pushed his way up into the top 3. A little bit of contact and the caution's out. Not sure what happened. Let's take a word from the caution sponsor. We'll be right back and go over the replay.
Brought to you by NRI Machining, located in Macon, Georgia. The difficult we do right away, the impossible will take a little longer. Call 478-731-0496 for all your machining needs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a look at this here. Look like Tony Martin might have gotten in contact with somebody a little bit, might have pulled off, so not too sure what happened. We'll take a look at the far chase. Here it goes, Tony Martin. A little bit of jump out of Schroeder there. Not sure if they made contact or what happened. A little bit of a jump out of them. Tony Martin comes on around. A little bit more contact. Tony Martin gets up into the wall, and I believe, yeah, got a flat after that. Get up into the wall once, you're going to get up into the wall twice. This is how it happens. After the new update came out, it did make things a little hairy, so guys are still trying to figure that out. Trying to figure out how the car reacts whenever it does touch the wall. But it's all right for now. Matthew Nasworthy down in the chat. Just saw him join in. What is up, Nasworthy? Wanted to see you run tonight, but that's all right. Not sure what happened, but got a couple guys out now. Got eight cars left. Excuse me. We got 8 cars left on the track. We're 27 laps into a 50-lap A main event. Look up through the field. McKelvey's sitting out in pole. Almost dropped the mic. And I mean literally, not metaphorically. That was a close one. Almost knocked the mic off the desk. But all right, McKelvey taking off in a green flag. Number 11 out front. He's the man to beat right now. 26 is Sage Luther down to the inside of the 11 of Bryson McKelvey. Luther slider line in front of the 11. New race leader, 26 is Sage Luther. Luther having a good race tonight. Doing an absolute fantastic job of holding on to the car. Got a little squirrely earlier, but he pulled it back together. He's got everything ready to roll, and everything's good to go. The 26 of Sage Luther is your new race leader. Travis Gardner down working the low line of the 37, trying to poke his way back up into second place. Bryson McKelvey on the outside. Looks like the outside's getting a little bit slick. Travis Gardner with a good run off the bottom gets his way up into second place. Gardner back out front. Sage Luther with a comfortable lead. 1 second gap on second place. Travis Gardner up into second. Bryson McKelvey in third. Schroeder in fourth. Schroeder trying to work his way up to third. He doesn't hold it by the line. What a great race so far. The race right now is for third between Schroeder and McKelvey. It's going to be a good battle. Start to see the bottom of the track start to come in. Bryson McKelvey. Schroeder throws a slider on McKelvey. McKelvey dives down low. Schroeder back up to the high line now. Luther with a 1.3 second gap on second place. I'll give you the rundown with 34 laps into a 50-lap A main event. Luther out in front, Gardner in second, Schroeder in third, McKelvey in fourth, and Croak rounding out the top 5. Schroeder moved his way back up to third place. Past the 11 of McKelvey. Tony Martin working his way up into the top 5. Up on the high line. He is up there screaming. Sage Luther extended a gap from 1.3 seconds to 1.6. Luther out there in the world of his own. Travis Gardner out there in the world of his own in second place. Matthew Nasworthy power went out. Travis slow Gardner. Oh no. Matthew, it's about to start storming at my house too, and I really hope the power don't go out. All right, we'll take a look back here. The race for fourth position between McKelvey, Tony Martin, and Croak. The leaders are long gone. Luther with a 2-second gap on the rest of the field. Travis Gardner trying to catch up. Schroeder trying to catch up. Bryson McKelvey holding his own in fourth place right now. Tony Martin and Croak and Garmin are fighting it out for a top 5 spot. Martin with the slider up on the 11 of McKelvey. Martin able to stick it, land it. McKelvey right in behind, getting nice and close and personal. 22 of Tony Martin moves his way up into fourth place. Oh, McKelvey sideways. McKelvey is sideways. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a second and go under caution. We'll take a word from our caution sponsor.
Brought to you by NRI Machining, located in Macon, Georgia. The difficult we do right away, the impossible will take a little longer. Call 478-731-0496 for all your machining needs.
And we're back. Let's see. I was talking with the mic muted, but we're not going to talk about that. So, all right. The number 11, Bryson McKelvey, up on the high side. Gets a little sideways there. Kind of burns the tires off. You can see here a little bit. You can see how far the car cocked sideways. And Croak, I guess, didn't read it quick enough. So, got up into the rear end of McKelvey. Turned him. McKelvey comes to a slow stop on the backstretch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all the cars on the track, dangerously quick, 39 laps out of a 50-lap event. We are going to go to the sponsor page and check it out. I'll let you guys look at that for a second. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. You can take a look at all the sponsors out there. Thank you to all the sponsors for everything that they do for the league and do for me. Thank you to all the fans for going out there and supporting the guys, coming out and supporting me and watching these guys run around the track. So, green flag is out. Sage Luther out front. Travis Gardner trying to poke his way up. Schroeder down on the low line inside of the 37. It's going to be a lot different race now, ladies and gentlemen. After that caution, we've got 10 laps to go. Sage Luther's the man to beat. Travis Gardner is up in second place. Schroeder's in third. Martin in fourth. Croak in fifth. McKelvey in fifth, trying to push his way up into front of Croak. Sage Luther has been quick tonight. Had a little bit of issues early on, but got his way right back up into the leading spot. Travis Gardner, your pole sitter for the start of tonight's A-Main. Out there making his way around the track. Sage Luther is just absolutely screaming on the top side of this track. He's been fast all night up top. Travis Gardner's tried to go down and hit the low line a couple times, just couldn't get it to stick. But looks like the middle line's holding on decent for him right now. Sage Luther has just absolutely had grip all night up on top. Let's see, we're 45 laps in. Luther your leader, Gardner in second, Schroeder in third, Martin in fourth, and Croak rounding out the top five. All the cars are still up on the high side. Travis Gardner running a little bit of a middle line. Trying to find something else to catch up here to Luther. Luther's got a 7/10 gap on the 37 of Travis. Tony Martin up into the fourth place position, trying to run down Schroeder for third. Trying to get another podium here tonight. The 22 of Tony Martin working his way up through the field. Tony Martin right on the rear end of him. The race right now is for the podium spot in third. Tony Martin going to try to work on a P3. Sage Luther still the race leader. Gardner in second. The rest of the field is right here in your scope of view. What an excellent job out of Tony Martin this past week, securing a couple wins here in the series. It has been an absolute adventure watching this guy drive. We are going to look up through the track. White flag's out. Sage Luther with a comfortable 1.3 second gap. The fire's out here at Eldora. And Sage Luther's the one who put it out. What a fantastic performance by Sage Luther coming in with the checkered. Travis Gardner going to be in second place. Schroeder in third. What an excellent 50-lap race here at Eldora. Absolutely fantastic. Sage Luther, your P1 finisher tonight. Absolute fantastic race out of him. Started a couple spots back. Had a little bit of trouble early on in the feature. A little bit of wall contact then. And came back and got it done. Excellent job out of Sage Luther. Let's switch the camera angles around here a little bit. Take a good look at everything. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be right back. We're going to go and grab these guys for these interviews. So, if you're here, thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming. Thanks for supporting all the guys. Appreciate everything that the fans do for all the guys out here that are racing on the track and everything that you guys do for me. We'll be right back and we're going to get these interviews underway. Ladies and gentlemen, in the booth with me right now, I have your P1 finisher for Dirt Anarchy's Eldora 50 lap shootout. What a fantastic performance. P1 finisher Sage Luther. How did it go, bud?
Pretty good. We're behind David, got behind David pretty quick, and then I know Bryson got in front of me because I tried the bottom because I figured I could catch the moisture down there and be fast, but it wasn't really working, so Bryson got around me, and then Bryson and David got into it, so I was able to get behind Bryson, and I think I had more tire at the time or something because I was able to like cut down below him and catch grip, and he didn't have any grip on the top, so probably a lot more tire than he did. He was able to just keep it smooth up top and take the victory.
Yeah, I was watching a lot of guys throw sliders back and forth out there the entire time. I was really wondering how the tire change was going to take effect later on in the race, but it seemed like you did a good job early on, holding on to your tires pretty good, and you were able to build quite the gap by the end of the race. I know there before that last caution with 10 laps left, I think you had a 1.6 second gap, and you ended up finishing the race after 10 laps of green flag with a 1.4 second gap. So it was absolute phenomenal performance out of you tonight, man.
Yeah, I think I've kind of figured out how to race even with not very much tire left because I only had 55% left. So I was like only half throttle even down the straightaway, I think is kind of what you got to do when your tires are gone.
Yeah, well, you definitely showed us that you can control super late model here tonight on Eldora. It's one of my favorite tracks to run. I absolutely love running here. It's one of the home tracks that we have here in Ohio. It's only a couple hours away, but it's always fun to get on here on iRacing and come out here and spend some laps. But what's your favorite track on the platform?
I think it might be Cedar Lake, honestly. It's pretty fun. I like bull rings.
Yeah, I like the shorter ones too. Cedar Lake is a little too bumpy for me, but I do enjoy the short tracks. But ladies and gentlemen, that was your P1 finisher, Sage Luther. Sage, go ahead and give a shout out to your sponsors, man.
I'd like to first thank Brandon for putting on the league and everyone else that helps with it, and you for the broadcast, and CFM Esports and all my teammates over there, and W Energy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your P1 finisher for the Eldora Shootout Dirt Anarchy, Sage Luther in the number 26. Excellent job, man.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ground and grab the next guy. Ladies and gentlemen, in the booth with me, the P2 finisher, Travis Gardner. I talked to this guy before the race. He said, well, Eldora is my kryptonite. I'm not going to do any good. And whenever the race started, I thought he was telling the truth. But after it got on and got some laps in, Travis definitely figured out the car and come up with a P2 finish. So, Travis, tell us how it went.
Man, it was like a freaking freight train around me on the outside there at the start. I can't run up there. I was trying to save tires. Just nothing was working for me. I needed that caution, honestly, and then cautions breed cautions, I guess.
Yeah, whoever had the high line tonight had it figured out, and I saw early on you went down to the bottom, which is normally what we would do off the start, and it just wasn't hooking like the top was. And David Garman got the early lead there, and then got a little bit of contact. Bryson McKelvey ended up bumping him back to the line, but Travis did an excellent job in coming up with a P2 finish here tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, you was right, though, and I was right. This track is my kryptonite. I'm yet to win one here. I will. I'll get it figured out eventually.
You've yet to win, but a P2 finish is good enough,
Yes, sir.
Well, Travis, I was talking to Sage Luther a little bit about Eldora. It is one of my favorite tracks to run. I was going to ask you, what's your favorite track to run on iRacing?
Right now, probably Knoxville, honestly. It's still freaking around the wall on almost all the other tracks. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, I kind of like the High Line a little bit, but with the new update, I've kind of gradually moved down the track a little. It's been a little bit different, but sometimes the track just calls for the high side, and it just doesn't work out, you know. But Travis, you did an excellent job here tonight with the P2 finish. Go ahead and give a shout out to your sponsors.
I'd like to thank everybody at Dirt Anarchy, you for putting this on, and Chris at Adrenaline Spike Designs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was your P2 finisher tonight here at Eldora for Dirt Anarchy. Travis Gardner. Travis, excellent race.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. We're going to go grab the last guy, your P3 finisher. Ladies and gentlemen, in the booth with me now, Travis Schrader. I've been pronouncing that wrong all night. I've just been corrected, but that's all right. We're going to get it right from this point on. Excellent job on the P3 finish. Tell us a little bit about your race.
Yeah, I mean, I at the beginning there, I kind of went back, I think, dang near all the way to last, but I just kind of I'd let the cars by me, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna save tires. So I just kind of played the game and stayed back, and ran my race, and then at about 30 laps, I just started putting the hammer down.
Yeah, I knew that tire wear was going to be a little bit different tonight due to the 50 lap feature, but looks like you did an excellent job of holding on to it. I did notice you dropped back a little early on. Didn't know if that was because of the line you might have got pushed into, or maybe you were saving tires, but obviously falling back a little bit like that helped you out quite a bit towards the end of the race. That last caution gave you the restart you needed to get back up there. So excellent job on a P3 finish.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
I've asked the other two guys. I've talked to Sage Luther and Travis about it. Eldora is one of my favorite tracks to run. It is a hometown track here in Ohio for me, and I love going up there and watching the races, jumping on the platform and racing on iRacing is pretty fun too. But what's your favorite track on the entire platform?
Honestly, I'd probably have to say Eldora, to be quite honest. Yeah, I live in Ohio here at hometown of Lima, so I'm probably maybe an hour from the track. I'm actually going up there for the million here in a few weeks, so pretty stoked about that.
Heck yeah, I'm not going to go to Eldora until October, I believe, this year, but I'll definitely make my way up there. I'm down in Portsmouth, down on the very southern tip of Ohio, so nice to know we got another Ohio guy down here.
Yeah, yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Schrader is going to give his shout out for his sponsors.
Yeah, I mean, I just started my own team, so I want to thank them guys over there that, hopped on board with me over at Surge Performance, Milner Media and Design for making me look amazing, Fusion Setup Shop for, putting me up front on these races. So I know this was a fixed setup, but I still like to give them a shout out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was your P3 finisher tonight here for the 50 lapper at Eldora, Trevor Schrader. Trevor, great job, man.
I appreciate it. Thanks for putting it on, man.
Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to bring our show to a conclusion. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out and watching, supporting the guys, and supporting me and our endeavor as we race around iRacing as I broadcast it. So I know all the guys are very thankful for all the support that they get from the fans and all the replays that they get to go back and watch whenever we do broadcast the races. So it's great for all the guys to be able to have that, go back and reflect on, kind of learn some driving lines from other people and even themselves, and it's absolutely fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was a great show here at Eldora. Dirt Anarchy put on a heck of a show. Had multiple different race leaders in the race. Love to see that whenever we come out here in the super lates. So, next, we're going to be jumping over into the sprint cars. I do believe that we're going to be at a different track. I think, not sure what it is. I'm not even going to say what it is because I don't know what it is. But I will see you guys over there. So, thank you so much for coming out. I hope y'all have a great night.